Hi, this is Ralene with RaleneCreates. I am so excited today. I am going to be starting a series about a makeover, a craft room makeover. I've been talking about it, I've been hinting about it, and now it's time. Okay, we're calling this Operation Let It Flow. Okay, and I'll tell you more about that as we get started. So, today, if you want to see what I'm going to be doing in my craft room, over the next few weeks, stay tuned. So let's go in together and see what it looks like. No judgment, okay? It's been a hard working year of a pandemic, but we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to be using my hands to carry the camera. So I apologize in advance for unsteadiness. So this is the double doors into my office, and we're going to just go check it out. So this is my I would call my studio, my working area where I do all my videos and my craft projects and everything. And this is two 9 cubes that I have converted into a workstation. I love this place. It works for me. I just need, of course, some changes done so that I can maximize the space. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna zoom out a little more. And so, actually, I just need more workspace. And I am one of those workers who, like things at hand's reach, out of sight, out of mind. And so I do love having my tools nearby, things that I'm going to use, especially if I'm videoing. I don't want to have to run all over the place trying to find the pens that I use all the time. So that is kind of what's going on here. I would love to, replace this bare light. This light was one of my original lights. And if you can see, it's a daylight light, and it helped bring in more light into this room for recording purposes. I now have a ring light. I actually have another ring light that I would love to bring into this space. I just haven't been able to do it well here. So over here, going into this area over here is, this is actually obviously 2 double doors to this room that leads to the other side of the house, the bathroom and everything like that. 90% of the time that door is closed. But I pass through every now and then. So over here are my school books. So one of the goals, and I'm in seminary, one of the goals would be to find a place, a designated place for when I'm studying, where my books go, where not just for when I'm done with them, but when I'm studying, where do I put my books? I do a lot of my books on digital, using Logos and Kindle, but there are sometimes I have to get books out of the library, which these are, and they need a home. So we're going to do that. Let's talk about the carts. Okay. Let's go back here. I am in the middle of videoing, and I decided to do this video as is. No cleanup, no nothing. You know, even though I clean up or try the best to do the cleanup once a week, I didn't do that. I did it for the purpose of you guys seeing it just the way it is when I'm working. I love this space. I believe that it's a nice space. It just needs to be maximized. My dear friend who's going to be helping me with this, we talked about the word flow. And I love that word. And I love how she said that word flow. And so we'll talk about flow a little bit more as we get more into this project. But this is going to be a fun project, one that I'm looking forward to. So obviously there's no flow because right on the floor is every project that I'm currently working on the floor. Okay, I have some school, I'm writing some books, and I have different projects. So they're all right there on the floor. And so we need a designated spot for when I'm working on things, where they go. If it's my schoolwork, if it's a course I'm designing, or if it's something for Ralene Speaks, or or anything. I need everything to need to have their home. I'm really big about that. If you look at the other parts of my house that don't look like this, everything has a home. And that's what I want to go back to, having a home. Okay. So if you look over here, I am looking at my cart. Okay. And I have 3 carts, and let me give you some logic behind the carts. And the logic behind the carts is this cart is or was my YouTube cart. And it is made where, or it was supposed to be where, as I'm working on projects, I would have, for each video, I would have a space for the project's supplies. So the top one would be the video I'm working on now. And then when I finish, I'd go put those things away. And then I would move on to the next video, or I could do all 3 of them at one time. Because sometimes I would record multiple videos at once, trying to get ahead. And so this is where I would prep. So we need to get back to a prep spot. Okay. I have all the resources, the supplies to make this work. I just need to put these items back where they belong so that I could get back to that. This cart is my go-to everything cart. Okay, this is where my hands-on supplies, my most used sticker books, my Bible journaling, most of this is everything that I can use. My glues, my staplers, my pens, my glues, everything that is right at hand's reach. Okay, so this needs to be tidied up, get back. There is a tray in there that is departmentalized, and so we're going to get back to that. Let's go. Let me let you look at it a little bit. Okay, and then the second area is my next used items, like my camera, my microphones, everything that I'll be using for videos, my extra markers and pens and whatever else. Down at the bottom, I keep all of my cameras, my printers, my photo printers, my extra glue sticks and stuff like that. Some things that I don't use can go into another location. And so we're going to work on that. So this cart usually sits right next to me, right here while I'm filming or while I'm crafting. And then the carts are supposed to line up against this bookcase, against this desk when I'm not recording. Okay, that's the goal. Okay, the last card over there in the corner, I'll get to it really quickly and come backwards, is my stickers. These are all of my Happy Planner stickers. Actually, any stickers that I'm using for planning, they are here. Okay. And then on the next shelf is any of my Happy Planner supplies. And then when I first started planning, I used to put my stickers in a sticker book. So that's down there. This just needs to be tidied up. And then it can go right back over here in this corner, or in front of this, so that it's not going back to the word flow. Okay, maybe that should be our project word, flow. Okay, and so we want to get that back to a place where it is not just moving from one spot to another. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit more so I can go back over here. This area here is actually, because you can see it from the living room, it kind of stays the same. It's just, I got my colors going on. I don't know. There's some things in there I probably can go away. Now, all of you know that I am doing Dave Ramsey, financial peace and whatever else. Another great thing about this project is it's going to reveal things that I can purge and get rid of and sell. And so as I do this, I'm going to, whatever method my girlfriend calls it, we're going to figure out a sale box, a throwaway box, all of the different things, so that I can have things that I use or need and whatever else. If I don't feel like I'm going to do a project within the next 6 months, it's going away. Yes, I want to cry, but it is what it is. Okay. Some of my things I have been having for years, but we will work through that. Okay. But I know that I purged a lot when I came here and I moved into this house 2 years ago. But it's time to do it again because we acquire things all the time. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is my kitchen chair. Okay. It is the most comfortable chair that I have that has the height for me to do this. Okay. I did purchase a chair, which is pretty over here, and for this location here, and it didn't work. It's still pretty. I admit it's very pretty, and it matches all the other stuff that's going on in the room or was going on in the room. So right now, this chair has become the most functional chair in the room because it holds my supplies that this cart is supposed to be having when I'm filming. So that is now going to get a home. We'll decide on what we're going to do with the chair. It is very pretty, but it's not very functional. It's not comfortable. Actually, when I sit on it, it kind of goes down and whatever else. And so we all have to discuss what to do because right now, this one is my sturdy chair. For the record, not only am I just filming for RaleneCreates, I'm filming for RaleneSpeaks. I do Grow Live. Everything is done from this location. So I need to be comfortable. I need to be able to sit. I even preach from this location. Literally, though, when I'm preaching, though, I stand up. So I need something that is very, very, very functional for me to be able to be comfortable while I'm doing. Especially if I'm preaching for 15, 20 minutes, I need to be able to use the space very well. Okay, so and this corner, as I've identified, let me move this door. This to me is a dead space corner. As I've revealed to my girlfriend, because of the door closing or whatever else, it just feels like it's dead space. I always kind of push things that I don't want to see in that corner. But I have to be careful when I am filming here and my camera is up there, and if I'm preaching or whatever, I'm doing any speaking, that is visible. So I try my best to keep it as tidy as possible if I can. And so now I used to teach VIP kids. So my bear, let me move my bear. Okay. So this is all my VIP kids supplies. Okay. This is probably something that I can sell. As I'm thinking through things, as I'm going through here, these are things that I probably could sell, but we want to fix this corner up so it can be functional. And because this corner was not functional, I just put a shelf up here that I made years ago. And, this particular shelf is very actually, it's not functional, it's actually decorative. I like it because it has all my awards up there. It has a picture of me and my daughter. Let me see. Yeah, it has a picture of me and my daughter up at the top and a lot of my collector items. Okay, as I've told, I'm very crafty. So a lot of the items in this room are items that I have created and they give me joy. These are my joy points. And so when I look around, there are certain things that I can look at, like my R's. Every R was either created by a friend or when I was teaching scrapbooking or whatever else. And so people have given me these gifts. And so this R has a lot of meaning. I can tell you exactly who gave me each and every one. That was a friend that gave me that one. That one I believe was actually, I may have made that one. And then this is my Miss Ray sign. Once I started being called Ray, I made a sign that says Miss Ray, and I made that out of paint sticks, and I love it. So it's there, whatever else we can, and it goes with my color scheme. Okay. Above the craft station here is this shelf. I do love this shelf. It is gotten to be not functional yet. I think that there's ways that we can put things up there that I don't use all the time, but I still use, if that makes sense. For example, the ribbons, I don't use ribbons as much. And so in my crafts, actually most of these ribbons, let me see. Okay. Most of these ribbons have been used. So I would love to take those off. There are those sticks through there, and I would like to take those off, and probably, if I'm going to keep the ribbons, put them somewhere else, and then use that shelf area for more, not just decorative, because it is very decorative. I love the colors and things like that, but a place for me to be able to grab things that if I need them right away. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what, but we'll talk about that as we work through the project. Not sure if it's going to stay there on that shelf. I actually, when I'm working right here, it had been very pretty for me because I see my flowers. I love flowers, especially when I'm crafting. And so this has been that. Okay. This is something else I created a long time ago, and I'm not sure if you can see it. But it holds a picture of my daughter and my grandchildren and my book. And I would love to put a vision board there. And this the little thing on the right hand side, a girlfriend made that for me, and it has all of my favorite scriptures inside of it. And every time I look at it, I can think about those scriptures because of the fact that I know what's already in it. So very crafty. A lot of these things have been crafted. Even the clock was created by me, and it has me and my grandchildren on there. So this little area here, I want to be an inspiration area. Now, even my girl boss sign is back there, but it's being covered up because when I first put it there, I did not have the extra monitors. So I did have a big girl boss theme, and I would like to maintain the girl boss theme. One of the things about this project is I would love it to continue to be a decorating on a dime, okay, or do it on a dime, on a budget, okay. I have a lot of stuff in here, and if I can do this with minimal purchases, it would be amazing because one, I'm trying to save and I'm trying to get out of debt. So I'm not trying to go and buy things just to be buying it. So I want to try and see if we can use or repurpose things that I already have, if not already in this room, in other parts of the house. And so there's a lot of stuff within the house and whatever. So we'll work on that. Over in the corner here on the desk, girlfriend has her own personal summer, so she needs the fan. So we need to make sure that we incorporate a fan. I may not even need that little one, or I might even have one of the clip-on ones, but I do need a fan, especially when I'm on video and under all these lights. So those items are kind of functional, but they're kind of hidden back there. Okay, so I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but I'm going to show you, this is going to be a video of stages. Obviously, I'm showing you what the room looked like now, and then what's in here, why it's in here, and then this will give us a little purpose for what's going on in the room. This is my storage area. I love this area here, but I want to make it, I even may want something that I can just roll underneath there. That's where all my paper trimmers, my mats, my Cricut supplies, all of those things are here, and I kind of want them hidden. I like hidden spaces, and so we'll go from there. Okay, here's my colors, my love, my green, and whatever else. Over here, it just needs to be cleaned up. It's just at the end of the day. This sign was an event that I did, and it probably can go. I can take a picture of it and throw it away. But it was an event that I spoke at, and so we want to clean this area up. Really quickly, there's double doors here. I'll show you what's inside those doors, and I would like to make that area functional. This is probably where I might need to spend some money because I might need to put some shelves inside of the closet. This whiteboard here was for when I was teaching VIP kids. Now I use it to camouflage my backspace, my background when I am filming. And I'm physically on camera. So I'd like to move this out of this room. I'd like to hold on to it because I do events where I might need it or whatever else. It could go into the garage. It does not need to be in this space. So that is what we're going to do here. So let me show you what's behind the doors. Actually, when I was buying this house, or actually the floor plan, when I was having this house built, this was one of the plus. Actually, these double doors here and these double doors here were one of my pluses for this particular room. I immediately bought this house because of this particular room, because it was more important to me to have this room than my even bedroom. So I'm going to show you what's behind the doors. So I was trying to get some light into here. So this area is not very functional. Well, actually it is. It's functional, but not neat and organized. And so it can be. I have a bookshelf there. I bought the bookshelf, one to store all my scrapbooks, and a place for me. I even have, you can see that I've already bought the baskets and everything to keep things in. So those are a lot of stuff that I can be using to use storage inside of here. And if there's crafts that I don't think I'll be doing anymore, like I look over here, there's a lot of sewing stuff here I will probably never use. And so yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff in there that I could probably get rid of. I already had a garage sale, but I could probably have another one or something similar, or put things on Marketplace. So I would love to actually put some shelves here maybe, or something, because this is dead space. Okay. And so that would be great. Now, I love my bags. So these are my craft bags. When I go to events, I'm speaking or teaching or a craft or whatever else, I use my bags. I did hang some of them up, and then there's some there. I could purge a few. We'll see. Down here is my paper stash. That thing is probably 15 to 20 years old, and that some of that paper is too. And I have gone through it once or twice in the last year, and so maybe I need to do that again. I don't want to get rid of all my paper because I use it in my planning, but we need to make sure that it's neat and tidy. So I just rolled it up in there. These items here are office supplies that I don't use all the time. And so I need to utilize this a little bit better. So there's a lot of stuff in the room that can be brought into this particular area. Up at the top is my wedding album, some other album, just supplies that I've used over time, and then there's just stuff that's up there, and then that's my lock box and stuff. So and then I keep boxes. Yeah, I keep boxes so that if I need to ship something, or I reuse them. So I might have a reason for everything, guys, but we'll go for there. So what's going on over here? Chaos. Okay. Not gonna even go into it. The only thing I love right now over there is my girl boss sign and my children, my picture of me and my daughter at my graduation. So the goal is to clear this area off, make it a working station for me to write. I do my writing here. I do my studying here. I do my budgeting here. If I need to do any grace work, when I say grace, I'm like, if I'm working from home, I'd like to be able to bring my other computer, because this computer here is primarily for RaleneCreates, as well as my speaking, or this is more my studio type computer. I want to bring my workhorse computer in this particular area here, clear this off, have a clear space, and if this is probably where I can bring my studying items and things like that over here. And so we're not going to talk about that lamp. That lamp was probably one of my only light that I had when I first moved into this space, so that's got to come out of here. And so that's that. Okay. Now, this is my inspiration board. I love this wall. I'm just going to admit it. It was one of the things that I wanted to do when I first moved into this space. And actually the Creates was designed by me and my granddaughter way before RaleneCreates came about. And it's, I don't know, it brings in all my colors and whatever else. That sign is interesting that says Raise Scrap Room. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Yeah, that sign that says Raise Scrap Room, believe it or not, was a purchase from my ex-husband, because in my old house, I had a room double the size, and if you can imagine what that room looked like. Yeah. Okay. So, and it was actually at the door of the room. So when people came to the house, the first thing they knew was Raise Scrap Room. Okay. So this is still my scrap This is still Ray's scrap room because I do scrapbooking and all the other things that I do in this particular space. And just really briefly here, as I encourage you, as I encourage myself, is my book title. So I made this sign here. The cross was purchased. This was a gift. Everything has a purpose. I'm gonna be really honest with you. There was a reason for it, and that's where it is. And I can tell you my logic behind it. This was a good girlfriend that made this R for me, and it has some memories of things that she and I had done over time, including pictures. And so I really love that. This sign here, my goal was to put inspirational quotes on it regularly. I'd like to do that. Here is my moniker for Ralene Speaks, Ray of Sunshine, and I love that. That little sign over, and I used to do quilts and stuff, and so I made that little sign that says face space, and that has to be at least 20 years old. But I love it. And then these are my original license plates for my cars in California, and this just reminds me of home. I'll just be really honest with you, because I did have personalized plates in California, and now I'm here in Texas, and so that is it. This shelf, it houses buttons and ribbons and all kinds of stuff like that. We probably can make it more functional, but that's what it is. And this sign here was one that I bought from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. These are, I believe, ones I have purchased from Michael's, and right now they all have craft supplies in them. Most of them is things that I use. Some can be repositioned. I have a place for my Cricut. Over here in these toolboxes are my my sequins that I use to decorate things with and stuff, and they're all organized and whatever else, but those can probably go into the closet as well. And I don't know what that box is for. There's my Cricut supplies. Here is where all of my supplies are, my overflow supplies. I like to buy things in bulk, like adhesive and glue, and you'll see inside of here is my glue sticks and my heat gun, and so all of that. My paint supplies, because I do painting, I do Bible journaling, all of those things there. And so some of this is like supplies that I can probably get rid of. So we'll go through that. Whew. Yes. Okay. So I have my Happy Planner Life. Plan a Happy Life from the Happy Planner box. And over here are, let me see if I can move a little bit. So these are all of my papers, okay, and my supplies. I use this area a lot, okay, and I only put it back here because it didn't match the other stuff here. But this is where all of my Happy Planner pages, extra pages, extra Mamby sticks. This is where I have a drawer for Bible journaling that has all of my illustrated faith supplies in there. I also have like specific paper that I can use for particular projects, as well as what's over in the corner that I could not fit in there. Okay, so this is paper that obviously I'm using because I keep pulling them out. But it needs to be neater, and so I was using that little corner for that. Down at the bottom here, which I know that I can sell, is a box of, no, I've already sold what I could sell out of there. Those are rubber stamps from Close to My Heart. I used to sell for Close to My Heart, and on some of these shelves is Close to My Heart items that I can probably sell. So, and I do have some school books that I use that are at the bottom here. These are my technical supplies, and this thing over here. Oh, I want this cleaned up, but this is all of my finished planners over the years. And so this area here is where I keep them. And so I would probably love to put them on the bookshelf or whatever. So those need to be done. These are all, I have taught scrapbooking mini classes and whatever else, and so these are many of my projects that I have done, and they are memory books. They're probably pictures with my daughter in them or whatever else. So they're actually just scrapbooks that I have created or designed over the years and whatever else. Okay, this wall here, I don't know if it needs to be changed, but This is my accomplishment wall, I would say. It has my my license as a minister on it. It has my certification for counseling, as well as my degrees. And so that's that wall. Okay, there's nothing on that wall. Okay, I am not going to even go into this desk because we've already talked about this desk. Here's my girl boss chair. This is a comfortable chair again, but it doesn't get as high as that other one, so I do use this chair over here. And here is a bookcase, and in this bookcase here, I would love for it to be visually pleasing and functional. And when I say visually pleasing, like my goal was the items, the green and stuff were on their shelf. And I love my boxes at the top there that actually have my name on them. And they actually house ribbons and stuff like that. So we can repurpose some of those things inside of those. So this was my original goal. Was if I'm sitting at this desk and I'm videotaping, this would be my background. So I want to get back to that. And so that this is neat. And when I pull things out, so I have some scrapbooks, some of my smaller scrapbooks. These are the ones that I really love and I use a lot. The ones in the closet are ones that I only pull out every now and then. Okay. This little area here is what I would call my office space. When I say office, my office productivity area. This is where my printer is, all my my punches, things that are really office supply related. And even my papers, my labels, all of those things are right here. They used to be neat. They're not anymore. So that needs to be there. Over in that far right corner next to the printer is all of my journals. I've been writing since I was a little girl. So those are journals that I have been writing in. And I always thought I needed to have them displayed. They don't need to be displayed. They probably just need a home, but where I know that I can get to them. Because when I'm writing my books, I always go back to my journals. Okay, so I am going to step back. Final pan around the room. And over the next few weeks or even months, this room will be transformed into a new working space for Ralene Speaks and Ralene Creates. Continue to watch.
I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. While you're at it, why don't you subscribe so that you'll be a part of all that I'm doing here at Ralene Creates. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll be notified the next time that I upload a video. And remember, as I encourage you, I encourage myself. Be blessed.